Oh, what a day I've had today, guys. Can't wait to tell you about it. Wow, that was a really long day, but a really amazing day. All right, so I better start unpacking the car. I've got the big camera with us today. Grab my rucksack, get everything out. But yeah, the horses behind me up here are having a little look at me because, you know, I set off very early this morning at 4 o'clock. So I haven't really seen them all day, so I better go and sort them out. I come back and they're having a little groom together. Hello. Sorry to disturb you. Can I join in? Anyway, so it looks like they're not too upset that I've been gone for the day, but I have ridden 2 different horses today, so maybe they'll be able to smell the horses on me. I don't know, but better go and start getting your dinner ready, hey? Your dinner and muck out your stables, your hay nets. Okay, don't think they missed me. So today's been a particularly exciting day for myself because I've not only just left my house but also my local area, because over here in the UK, with lockdown easing, as long as we're social distance, which we were, I'm able to kind of kickstart, restart again my rider series where I go and meet riders and film with them, interview them, maybe ride a few horses. Did today, which was exciting. Such as last year I did one with Joe Stockdale, I did one with the event Megan Jones in Australia. Obviously we're not going to be travelling to a different country anytime soon. Also early this year I did a video part of the series with the Foxpits, William Foxpit, which was so cool. So yeah, I've met 2 other very cool riders today. So I will take you now, guys, now back to very early this morning, around 4:30 in the car, travelling up there, about 150 miles that direction. Everybody, this is me and I am somewhere a little bit different today. You might see I'm not at my normal yard. So today I had a very early start to get here. It felt quite strange, you know, leaving my local area, going on the motorway. They still have service stations as well, obviously all in a social distance manner. So today I'm actually at a top international show jumping yard. So let's go for a look around. Hi!
Do you want to come take a look around the yard? And
yeah, that would be brilliant.
Pop up here.
Cool. Okay, so yes guys, that is right. Today I met Will and Olli Fletcher, 2 rising stars in the show jumping world who have both been under 21 national champions. They also come from a big show jumping family as well. So yeah, when I first got there we had a little bit of a chat and then we pretty much went straight in to meeting and seeing all of their horses.
Best 2 horses are up here, along with 2 of my, nice coming up younger horses. So this is the main man. This is Percy.
Oh,
he's a little bit timid,
and
also very, very small. But he's been my best horse. He's taken me on an amazing journey. He's 15 now, so he's a little bit older, but he's got an amazing story behind him. I mean, before me, for me, I went on 2 Nations Cup teams. He's been on European medal winning teams. He's been a horse of a lifetime for me. But even before then, he was an eventer for Kitty King.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and he was 4th individually at Blair, also winning Team Silver. So he's a guy of all traits, but he decided that dressage wasn't the one for him.
Yeah.
And he goes along with me because I'm not overly keen on that. So he loves to. Hopefully, we'll see him go around, stick his head out, and have a fun time.
Oh, how many hands is he?
15-1.
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah, he's really small, especially because I'm quite tall. And yeah, but he's very long. He's sort of a horse version of a sausage dog. But
that sounds like my pony Casper. He's got such a long body.
Yeah, his neck's very long. Oh, you don't like that, do you, Percy?
Oh.
But
It offended him.
Yeah, it did offend him.
Oh, sorry,
he
mate.
thinks he's big, but
Yeah.
He is such a nice guy. He's super honest. He's great. He is the current under-21 national champion and might hold it for 2 years in a row probably. But yeah, he also evented, which is sort of a theme on our yard. Yeah. But he hopefully, I think you're going to be riding him later.
Brilliant.
So he's really cool. Works perfectly on the flat, jumps really well. So yeah, we'll get to see more from him later.
Amazing.
Alright, this is Hello William. He is an 8-year-old, very, very talented. Last year I was lucky enough the Harris's and Kirkhams bought him, so he is definitely one for the future. He's a bit of an odd bod. He's very, very sharp, he has his moments, and even like we had to put this block of wood here because he's scared of the dark, so he would turn his light off and on all night.
So cute.
And even coming off the lorry in the dark, he has to have a bridle on with 2 people holding him because he just loses it as soon as it's dark. This is Temple Rebus. He's probably my best horse at the moment. He's uber talented. Again, he's a little bit of a strange one. He has his days, and in fact when he trots he actually swims with his front legs. So at Liverpool I was doing a trot up for the international there, and he actually tripped me up and I went head over heels in the trot up, which was a little bit embarrassing, but you loved it, didn't you? No, I love him. He's amazing. He was second in the Grand Prix at Chepstow last year.
Oh wow.
He won the under-21s the year before when Will won the under-21s, so he's a very nice horse. Very lucky to have him. This is Hello Disco Boy.
Hello.
He has been instrumental in my career. He's won 4 championship medals out of 3 Europeans that he's been to.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm so lucky to have him. Again, owned by a Lord and Lady Harris and Lord and Lady Kirkham. So he's one of my best ones as well.
Okay, so while we were filming, there were actually quite a few distractions, you know, being on a big yard like that. So at one point, I think one of the cats, Gwen, got stuck on top of the roof, so Will had to go and rescue her. And then meanwhile that was happening, I think the horse Big Tony decided to, pulled his little stunts that he does quite a lot apparently, where he pulled the wheelbarrow and managed to move it close to him so he could eat the hay out of that. So while it was quite busy, I decided, you know what, sit both the boys down, have a little bit of a chat, a bit of an interview, and talk about how it's been recently, especially with lockdown, and also ask some of the questions that you guys asked over on Instagram.
I have an absolutely terrible case of the corona hair at the moment. As you see, it goes past my nose, and
yeah, my mum's been helping me do my hair, which has been
I think I win this competition though, because I'm starting to look like Claire Balding every day.
No. Okay guys, so I actually asked my Instagram followers some questions for you, but I thought I'd start off with asking you, how has your day sort of been with lockdown? Has it changed that much, and what do you sort of get up to? What's your daily routine of what you do?
So on a daily basis, me and Will are out in the yard mucking out at 7. Would muck out 5 or 6, not too many at the moment because we've got a lot living out.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps.
Yes.
In the winter when they're all living in, it's
Christmas time is awful for us because we have 26 stables, and usually we like to let everyone have a bit of time off, and it's just me and Ollie on the yard mucking them all out.
Yeah. Well, back to the question. It was so 7 o'clock we'd be out here, muck them out. All the staff start at 8, so then would feed around then, would normally be finished, and then after they've eaten and digested their food, we would ride between 6 to 10 a day, finish at around 3 o'clock, and then just try and get bits and bobs done. I've been doing a lot of painting. Will's been digging a lot of holes.
I've had some plumbing problems in lockdown, so it's keeping me busy.
Getting on those little jobs.
I've been digging big holes all around the place, so that's been not the best way to do it, but it's
just missing around the yard as well.
Digging a hole.
Is it your horse Percy that you said likes digging the holes?
Percy would love to come and help
together.
me. I'll have to show you the field because it literally looks like a bomb crater everywhere where it's just scraped away and had a wonderful time.
So both of you guys obviously have top international show jumpers as parents, but what sort of age did you guys start learning to ride? What were your first ponies? And when did you start competing?
So for me, I was actually a really
Bad.
I was going to say bad. A really bad as a young rider. Like honestly, my mum was obviously coming from. She was international rider. She winner of the Derby, been on God knows how many Nations Cup teams. So when she'd take me to a show, she'd warm me up, and as I go in the ring, she'd just leave because she didn't want to watch me. So, which is really mean thinking back to it. But
Is that your kid?
no, that's they got the same name. It's really weird. But I did. We always had horses. We played around, but I played a lot more football, rugby, cricket. I did a lot more of that, and then I got a little bit older, got better during my teenage years, but it wasn't until I was 18 actually when I didn't get into my preferred uni, where I took a year off to do horses and because I needed to wait for my predicted grades weren't good enough, so I needed to do well in my A levels to get into the uni that I wanted to be in, and I took the year off, and we're on year 4 of the gap year, so and we're
I might
having
be
the best
joining the club.
It's been brilliant, and I've been really lucky. I've got some great horses. We've managed to make it work. We have to sell them. We can't just keep every one we have, which is a shame because a couple of mine have gone, which have been lovely horses. But that's me. But Ollie's a little bit different.
So I was riding before I could walk. If you say when, I would not have a clue. Probably when I came out of the womb, I was on a horse. I always had ponies. I did not like really well on ponies, but I was on like a few of the home pony teams. I would have been on.
Qualified for Horse of the Year show 12 twos, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It didn't go that well. It was we qualified by falling off. Because
in the last round though.
Yeah, we got to the last round and it was quite big, and there was 4 people in the last round and all 4 of us fell off.
Oh my goodness.
So normally 2 qualify, but they went, do you know what, all of you can go.
Yep.
Probably should have done the opposite and said, do you know what, none of you can go.
Yep.
So got to Hoys, I was watching the stands by myself and got to get on my pony, and I left my hat in the stands, so I ran back and couldn't find it anywhere. So anyway, I lost my hat, then ran to the trade stand. This I had about 5 to go, and I said, can I have a hat? And I actually got round to the 4th trade stand because at 11 years old my head was too big for any hat on the stand. So eventually I got one. It was actually a friend, we knew him, and he said just don't fall off on it.
Yep.
Of course I won't. Warmed up, I jumped 1 fence, went straight into the ring, and I had this obsession of photos. I would go to a show and buy like 8 photos. It was
he
ridiculous.
Would skint us with photos. He'd come back from the trade stand or the picture stand, and there'd be like 14 photographs. And
we can take some photos of you today.
Like I have about 14 of my whole life, whereas obviously you've got 40 and this whole room was filled.
For the memories,
yes,
Exactly. So I had this obscene obsession with photos, and the whole time I was like, I cannot wait to get a photo at Horse of the Year show.
Yep.
We got to the 3rd fence and fell off, which was disappointing enough, I have to say. Looking at the photos, all there was a picture of the scoreboard saying Olli Fletcher and Bowden's Farm Tiger Lily eliminated. I thought, I'm not going to stoop that low. But I have to say, I'm lucky enough it got a bit better than that. I moved on to horses very early. I was 12 when I moved on to horses, and it's kicked off since then. So I'm very lucky where we are with the help from Mum and Dad. We've got really nice horses, so we're in a very, very good position to be in at the moment.
So both of you guys, being international show jumpers, have competed like in loads of different places, but if you had to pick one venue, where would you say is your favourite?
Oh, that's it. For the memory of the week, I think Fontainebleau was incredible. It was an unforgettable week, especially when it was the European Championships in 2018.
18,
yeah. And we were shortlisted. We didn't know if we were going to get on. We weren't certain, and we did get picked as the 5, and they dropped one person when you get there. So we both actually thought we were going to be the reserve, or Dad did anyway. He was very anti even going. He's like, oh, you're just going to be reserve, there's no point even going. And we got there and we were both on the team, and we both actually did really well. Will won team gold and I was team and individual silver. So that was a fantastic week in terms of memories, so I'd have to say that.
I mean, for me, it would probably be Hickstead. I've had some really good results. I was 3rd in the Queen's Cup there and 2nd in the big class, which would have been, unfortunately, this week. So yeah, this time last year. And also the memories from my mum jumping. She was the last winner of a British team won in 2010. She was on the team, and that was incredible. And she won the Derby in the year after, 2011, which was an amazing memory. But so for me it's that. But I've also had the pleasure of going to a couple of wackier places. So I did my First Nations Cup in Morocco. Not many people can say that they've driven 5 days to Africa, but that's something that I've checked off. And I also, when I was 14, I somehow qualified for the World Championships for the under-14s. And so we went off to Brazil to ride borrowed horses for a week, which was an incredible experience there. But yeah, it was. I've been really lucky that I've been able to go to loads of different places and see a bit of the world, and especially in 2 countries that aren't up to our standard of living. It's really, really interesting to see how people live there and what it's like, and especially driving through Morocco, because when people go there, Morocco, really nice holiday destination, but you go from show to show, a couple of hours in between, you see so many different sites.
Everything in between.
Yeah, they're still harrowing with donkeys. You can't believe it still happens these days. So it's really, really eye-opening. And so, Hicks is probably my favourite, but the experience of 3 weeks in Morocco was also incredible.
Oh, brilliant. So apart from show jumping, obviously, do you guys have any other hobbies or anything you do outside? So obviously, will you have your podcast?
Yes. We started our podcast a couple of months ago, which has been really fun to do. It's been great to get a lot of good show jumping guests on. Good, there's a bit of an understatement. We've had Peder Fredriksson, who was so good to talk to. To hear from his point of view, from someone who I don't know personally. We've had Ben Mayer, who's obviously the best horse and rider combination in the world, Scott Brash, only winner of the Rolex Grand Slam, John Whittaker, 24 championship medals. So that's been really good. It's great to get to know the riders personally, which has been really, really fun. And
still waiting on my invitation.
Ollie's still getting invited.
It's fine, not touchy about it or anything.
No, not at all. But it's been really fun, and if anyone listening or watching wants to have a listen, it's the Full Course Show Jumping podcast. You can find on any podcast provider, or just searching into Google and it'll come up.
Okay, so you guys actually asked so many questions, so apologies if I don't answer them all, but I've got a few more here from Instagram, and one of them is, how did you find the transition from ponies to horses? What age did you transition, and did you find it quite difficult? Any top tips?
So for myself, like we've said before, I wasn't the best on ponies at all, and I got my first horse, which was called Casper, who I took to a show, and I'd never jumped bigger than 110 before. I jumped a couple of 110s in ponies, and we went to jump the 110. We jumped the 110, we went double clear. My mum was surprised. She's like, do you want to jump the 120? I said, yeah, I'd love to. We jumped the 120, first 120, we jumped double clear again.
Oh, wow.
And what's going on? Should we jump the 130? And yeah, I do, yeah, sure. So I went round, I just had one down, and I went from honestly never jumping bigger than 110, very unsuccessfully, to then jumping a 130 on my first day, and that was
amazing.
Within a week of riding the horse. I guess because I was always really tall. I'm 6'2" now, and I haven't grown since I was 14. So I think I was too big for ponies. I didn't work it out, whereas horses just fitted me a bit better, and he was a great horse. He helped me round when I would have made a mistake then, but he was great, and that was my transition.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, for me, like I said, I was ponies quite young. I moved on to horses when I was 12. I had one quite a small one that I rode. Well, it was Will's horse at the time, and he said just ride it, and it was a week before the Children Horses European viewing trials. So I jumped her the day before, and she went nice. And then Dad showed his optimistic side and just said, just go do it. So that was 1:30, and then we were clear every day and was double clear and placed in the Grand Prix. And then from there we got onto Nations Cups and won Team Silver at the Championships that year. But I also had, from going from like little 148s to a 17-hand horse, that was a bit of a step up. I think it's the power that's you're not used to.
Yeah. From
like a little chippy pony stride to this massive like elephant stride.
But the thing is, you were not this tall. When he was 12, 13, he was tiny. Like so small. Really so the videos of him jumping that, he's like a pea on a drum, and his legs don't go past the saddle flaps, and it's hilarious with him bobbing away and on his big elephant going along.
So I was also asked, if you had to pick one rider that you really look up to, who would it be?
For me, I'd have to say Steve Gerdat. I think his way of riding is unreal. He's so quiet on a horse but so strong, and he can ride any type of horse. Like, he has a lot of difficult horses, but you may not think that because it looks so easy. You know, he's a rider that when you watch him, you're like, well, he's not actually doing a lot, but he's doing so much in disguise, and that would be my favourite thing to look as a rider. When they look like they're doing nothing, but they're doing so much.
I agree. Steve Gerdat's brilliant. I could go on for ages. Daniel Doyce is one I always look up to. He's really tall, so I can copy him. Peder Fredriksson, he's great. Beezy Madden, who is a fantastic rider. She's managed to stay at the top of the game for such a long time. But one that stands out for me is Jerome Doubledam, who is the best person, I think, at getting the horse right for the championships, which is what we all aim for. We all want to go to championships, and that just means so much more than any Grand Prix. And he won back-to-back European and World Games, which is very, very rarely been done. It hasn't been done over the past 30 years, and he did it. And he's also won Olympic gold in 2000. Yeah, and he's fantastic. But also, you can't say this segment without saying Scott Brash and Ben Mayer. We are so lucky to have so many great British riders through the years with Scott, Ben, Nick, John, Michael, and even back way before us, but Harvey and David. So
I also have a few other questions from Instagram. I have a slightly strange one for you, Will.
Oh yeah?
It says, what is it like to have a brother that's better than you? And this is from Olli Fletcher, I believe.
I think you might be asking the wrong person. You might have to ask this one here, because I don't know if that's actually correct, looking at the world ranking.
But in all seriousness, how often do you guys sort of compete in the same classes? Do you have a bit of sibling rivalry, or do you help each other out? How does it go?
It's a bit of both.
It's not rivalry when you beat him.
Yeah.
But like we said, it's a bit of both. Like, obviously you want to win, but if I don't win, there's no one more that I like to win than Will. I don't know if it's vice versa. Probably not. I just feel bad for him. But for instance, Bucks County last year, that was a really nice day for the whole family. It was the big class, the 1m50 area trial, and I won it. He was second, and I was third. So for the family name, that was a nice achievement.
And also the under-21s in 2017, I had a really good show on the under-18s and the under-21s, and then the year after, you won it.
I won the under-16s and the under-21s.
And then the year after that, I won the under-21s again. So we've kept the title in the family for 3 years, the national under-21 champion.
Can be 4 this time, isn't it?
Well, I think I'll just keep it for 2 years, the way things are going. Longest tenured under-21 champion there's ever been.
Oh wow. Okay, and then for the last question, a lot of people actually ask this: which horse has taught you the most, and which horse has dumped you the most?
For me, the horse that taught me the most, I'd have to say Hello Disco Boy. I've still got him now, but he's been amazing. Like, I got him when I was 14, and he took me from just jumping 130s to going up to even 160 nationally. And even when I was 14, like, I was placed in a 160 Grand Prix. And yeah, he's given me that confidence to go around and jump bigger classes, so I'm really grateful for him. For me, I've got 2. My first one
is a horse called Casper. He was my first horse. He taught me effectively how to ride properly. He was great. He took me into bigger classes and I learned a lot from him. But the one that's taught me the most is probably Percy Persimmon. He's been brilliant. I got him, and since then my career has taken off. I don't think I'd be riding full time really if it wasn't for him. He's given me so much confidence and gone in and jumped in, international Grand Prix all around the world. He's been on a couple of Nations Cup teams. He's been on European Championship teams for the young riders. He's just taught me so much, and he's given me that extra boost to get myself where I'd like to be.
Oh, amazing.
A bit of brotherly love.
Yeah.
He actually came for me. I was nice enough because I had a few horses. I said, no, Will can have him.
He didn't think he was going to be good.
Regrettable decision.
But which horse has dumped you the most?
It would have to be, I don't know, I haven't got many that I fall off. But Hello William is a funny story. The first time I ever jumped him at home, so he only did like 2 80cm events, so he literally did nothing.
Yeah.
And I was jumping just a tiny crossbow, 7 strides down to another tiny crossbow. It wouldn't have even been 50cm. And I jumped the crossbow, he stopped dead and just literally went underneath me. I was still in the air like that when he was over there.
Oh dear.
My one who's dumped me the most is actually Percy again. He's very cheeky. He can whip round quickly, he can stop at home. We've got fillers over there which we can't use because he won't go near them. He's in the ring, he's super brave.
Yeah.
But at home, like even the other day, I was just going around, went to jump Cavaletti, just nice, give him his head, and he just stopped, put his head down like a naughty 12-2, and I went flying.
Oh,
but,
we love the cheeky ones.
There's been a few times in the ring where he's done something or I've
It's
messed
normally the
up.
warm-up class, so isn't it?
Yeah, and I have this terrible thing. I ride best when the big occasion's there and I'm concentrating, and especially with Percy, if I'm giving him a school round, he's small, doesn't have a big stride, so I go too slowly. And so the one time at Bolesworth, just the warm-up class, go in, I just come back from Nations Cup duty, had my badge on, had the jacket, feeling good about myself. Come down a distance to a double, give him time, I was here to that hedge off, and he did a little chip in, and I went over the top, and it's just how it happens. He's brilliant. He's been amazing to me, but he has put me on the floor. But should we go see him?
Yeah,
so
that'd be
we'll
brilliant.
go take him down and we'll give him a couple of jumps.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Let's go.
Welcome to our tack room. This is where we keep our amazing Voltaire designed saddles and bridles.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't have the fanciest tack room, but luckily we've got some great equipment, and this is the saddle we'll be using today on Tony. This is the Voltaire design.
Revolutionary.
Fluid flip saddle. The flexibility in its panels gives the horses so much more flexibility when they jump, when they move. You can feel them being able to use their body a lot more. And what I personally think is really cool is the technology they have, which is incredible. But it goes to your phone, and you can look back after your training session, your performance in the ring, which unfortunately I haven't been able to do because of lockdown. But you can go look at that, see how they're going, see how high they've jumped, if they're favouring one foot or the other, if they land straight, which really helps looking back at that to correct your performance, make sure you're doing everything correctly, which is if you keep the horses straight and you keep them going in the right rhythm and they're doing everything evenly, you just get so much better performance.
And even to spot injuries in the future. Like if a horse is landing 80% on one leg to the other one, it's going to have more strain on that leg. So
or it's a little bit sore on the other one, so you can look at that through your vets or physio or anything, just trying to tick them over. So it's a really, really handy bit of kit, especially
revolutionary.
Incredible. Okay guys, thank you so much for having me over. I had so much fun riding the horses as well.
So which one was your favourite?
I think I'm gonna have to go with horse. I did really enjoy Big Tony, like he's pretty cool, but I think horse is just kind of more my type of horse. He's a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, but yeah.
Unbelievable.
So we're also holding a giveaway as well. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about what we have here?
Yeah, so we have 3 caps, Voltaire design caps, signed by myself, Will and yourself.
Yeah.
And we've also got the saddle cloth here, signed by both me and Ollie. So
yeah, all the information about the giveaway will be over on my Instagram page at @this_Esme. Also be sure to go and check out these guys' accounts. What are your names?
Olli 7 Fletch.
Will_Fletcher 10.
Brilliant. I'll leave all the links to that below, and also I'll leave the link to Will's podcast as well. Be sure to go and check that out. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new or have not done so already, please like and subscribe, as it really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. Bye. Alright guys, you can definitely see that I had a very busy day today, but oh my goodness, it was so much fun. Had a lot of laughs with the boys as well, especially at the end. We did a tiny little bit more filming after I did the outro, because we actually, me and the Fletchers are both in support of Saddle Up for the NHS with Voltaire Design. So we did a little bit of filming for that, and I think at the end we're all getting a little bit tired, and a few of us got lines a little bit wrong, and so I thought I would show you a few of the outtakes.
No, it was this thing.
Go for it.
So I'm going to say hi, it's Esme, and then you guys say your names. Okay. Hi guys, it's Esme.
Hi, it's Olli Fletcher.
And Will Fletcher.
So today I've been filming at the Fletcher Brothers yard. We've had lots of fun riding different horses and things, but I'm here to tell you guys about Saddle Up for the NHS.
There is an ultimate prize package of a brand new Voltaire saddle worth £6,000.
And to enter, all you have to donate is £25 that goes straight to the NHS or the Mate Foundation. So yeah, if you want to go and check it out, be sure to head to
www. Oh.
No!
Saddle Up.
Can you please do? We've got to do a take-out.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so you can just go now. And I'll
you can just go now, we'll make a cut.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Give you the line if it helps.
Be sure to head to
Saddle Up. Oh. Saddle Up for the end. Okay. We got
Saddle Up.
Okay.
Saddle Up for nhs.co.uk.
Saddle Up for nhs.co.uk.
And one more time for luck.
Saddle Up for nhs.co.uk.
Got it.
There's lots of great prizes to win, donated by all Voltaire Designs top riders, but the best one is that the ultimate... sorry, I nearly got it.
That was good.
Stuttered.
No, that was really good.
There's lots of... Wait, is that how I started? Yeah. There's lots of... Sorry, I'll wait.
It's okay, don't worry.
Just be chill. Chill. There's lots of great prizes to be won, but no, I've just lost it. Sorry. Okay. There's lots of great prizes to be won, donated by all of Voltaire Design's top riders, but the best prize is the ultimate saddle package, worth up to £6,000.
Is that a wrap? There you go. We're now actually at the end of today's video. Gotta go and do some editing now, so it doesn't stop yet. But anyway, I thought I would show you the actual version that we did for Saddle Up for the NHS. Thanks again for watching today's video. See you all next time. Bye. Hi guys, it's Esme.
Hi, it's Olli Fletcher.
And Will Fletcher.
So today I've been filming at the Fletcher Brothers yard. We've had lots of fun riding different horses and things, but I'm here to tell you guys about Saddle Up for the NHS.
There's lots of great prizes to be won, donated by all of Voltaire Design's top riders, but the best prize is the ultimate saddle package, worth up to £6,000.
And to enter, all you have to donate is £25 that goes straight to the NHS or the Mate Foundation. So yeah, if you want to go and check it out, be sure to head to
Saddle Up for nhs.co.uk.